She's hit by a. Okay, I need my laptop.
And hi, I'm Maddie. We are 5 students at Harvard University concerned about the lack of vegan, plant-based representation in higher education. And so today, we're here to raise awareness about this issue. But first, let's check out Annenberg, the freshman dining hall, to gauge our situation. Welcome to Harvard. My name is Maddie, I'm vegan, and today I will be showing you the behind the scenes of one of Harvard's most iconic architectural feats, Annenberg Dining Hall. Ever wonder what feeds these future scholars? Well, today you'll find out. More specifically, what feeds those of us who are plant-based. Today, you'll see what I eat in a day at Harvard University. Plant-based lunch edition. Let's go. See, it's under construction currently, and it's so beautiful. And here we are, look at the let's go get some food. Here's some.
What about me getting food? Ever thought about that?
We'll get you food too.
Whoa. You gonna get the chicken?
No. Let's see what plant-based options we have. A little close-up of the plant-based options. I also have Tuscan. As you can see, there is a wide variety of options as well as a salad bar over there. But Harvard's not always been like this. Let's go look at the history before we started having plant-based options. Annenberg Hall, where all freshmen like me eat, was opened in 1994. But it's not the only place where college students at Harvard consume food. Harvard has 13 operating dining halls in total. And while many offer vegan or plant-based meal options, it was not always like this. In 1638, just 2 years after Harvard's establishment as a university in 1636, you might only find cattle, eggs, mutton, turnips, and apples on your dining menu. In 1839, perhaps just boiled potatoes, wheat flour bread, and milk. I'm not sure if I would survive in either of those time periods as a vegan, but today, after much student input and advocacy for plant-based options, spearheaded by clubs like the Plant Futures Harvard chapter, which conducted a survey in 2022 revealing that 90% of survey respondents want the availability of plant-based proteins expanded in the dining halls, HUDs, or the Harvard University Dining Services, has been gradually making the shift. While these advancements are awesome and signal progress towards a more plant-based future, we still have a lot of work to do. In higher education, there is a drought of agriculture and animal-related classes, and a lack of discussion of the effects of the meat and dairy industry in climate and environmental courses.
Harvard University has agreed to certain sustainability steps and standards. Harvard has signed the World Resource Institute and the United Nations Cool Food Pledge, a plan to make Harvard fossil fuel by 2026 and fossil-free by 2050. This pledge gives a science-based collective mission of creating a sustainable food system and learning alongside other world-leading universities. Harvard has also created the Sustainable and Healthful Food Standards, which aim to inform students of healthier food choices. Climate change is accelerating, and the American diet plays a major role in this. As a leading university, it is Harvard's obligation to set a healthier and more sustainable food standard. And it is not alone. The end.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool.
To push for further action in regards to increasing food inclusivity, there are lots of ways that students can help. One big push is to develop close relationships with the dining hall managers. To do so, students can 1. Request meetings with their administrators and have a civil discussion in which they voice their wants and concerns. Said student could define key points and what they'd like to see in a vegan inclusive diet. Dairy-free options, plant-based meat, alternatives, etc. 2. Suggest implementing a labeling system so that it is easier for students to navigate through the food options. 3. Provide market research and product recommendations. For this, it'd be useful to survey the percentages of the student body that is vegetarian, vegan, or have other food restrictions, and poll their opinions on what new changes they'd like to see. We can take Berlin universities for example, where in October 2021, they implemented a nationwide policy stating that on-campus menus can only include 4% of meat and fish. From this example, we can see that radical change is possible, and other universities should partake in this movement overall. Okay. Oh yeah.
Hi, I'm Ian. Oh, wait, that was really weird. Hi, I'm Ian. Always say. I'm Ian. In a university with such fantastic food options that offers such a diverse education, one would surely expect a topic as important as the well-being of animals to have some presence. You know, offering 3,700 classes, from the history of world architecture to, like, symplectic geometry, there must be room for a little bit of love for the environment and animals. Yet, such a topic is conspicuously absent. In fact, out of the massive catalog of undergraduate courses at Harvard, there is but one course that emphasizes animal well-being and environmental health and ethical costs of our food system. With thousands of students attending at once, this means that less than a fraction of a percent of students are getting any significant exposure to this topic. Similarly, this also means that even smaller proportion of the faculty at the university are working on this topic as well. This lack of education on animal welfare and environmental health and the ethical costs are not unique to Harvard. Instead, it is a truth of much higher education in general. However, not all hope is lost, as Harvard is indeed adding a new course to this topic next semester. Just as more climate-friendly food-based options are being added, education is improving too. In fact, how are other universities doing when it comes to animals and plant-based options?
When we analyze Harvard's dining options, it's helpful to compare it with other universities. With health, environmental, and ethical concerns, an increasing trend in plant-based foods is especially exemplified by the University of New Haven, who took steps to get their food service provider, Sodexo, to go vegan. One helpful indicator of the availability of vegan meals in schools is the PETA Vegan Report Card, which grades colleges on plant-based dining options. While the People for Ethical Treatment of Animals found that the number of vegan-friendly college campuses is currently at an all-time high, with 709 schools earning an A or B, compared to the 189 in 2013, Harvard University has a mere 53% student satisfaction and failed to respond to the vegan survey request. It is noteworthy to observe that the standouts on the vegan report card include the University of Florida, the University of Colorado, Denver, and our very own neighbor, MIT, which proved to offer many diverse entrees like vegan ravioli, waffles, and mac and cheese. To follow in the footsteps of these colleges, Harvard can move forward with having an all-vegan dining facility, participating in Meatless Mondays and Vegan Fridays, and including a vegan member on its student advisory board. Ultimately, vegetarian and vegan students should be able to have equal access to meals, especially when the campus is their new home.
Hit by A. Okay, I need my laptop.